Hey guys, this is Destiny Heroic. I'm coming at you with another deck profile today. This is Bermuda Triangle. This is one of my favorite decks to play. It's not necessarily the most competitive deck, but I want to start paying attention to Bermudas a bit more with the upcoming release of their Break Ride unit in the TCG. So I'm going to start playing around with different Bermuda decks, and I want to do a profile of the 3 different decks that come out in that set. So this is before the set, so this is the Pacifica build currently available. So we'll start with the grade 0. This is Cadet Weddle. Put her in the soul, bounce a Bermuda unit on your field back to your hand, thereby triggering their abilities or letting you reuse abilities. And for the trigger lineup, I am using 7 criticals. It's a weird number, but I found that running too many draws in a deck that has draw abilities isn't really useful, and having some extra 10k guards is more useful. Mostly because your Bermuda units, they don't always hit big numbers, so it's nice to be able to have some extra oomph in your attacks. And most of your units are 8 and 9k with the exception of the Vanguard, so having the extra 10k guards is useful. Running 5 draws to even things out, and 4 heals, obviously. There's a 4th heal there somewhere. I'm not sure. Anyway, there's 4 here. There it is. There's 4 heals, as usual. I tried running stands in this deck, but running stands just didn't work because it promoted bad plays. So you would do things like you would have to attack with a rear guard first, and then if that rear guard hit, you might be able to bounce something, and then if you hit a stand trigger with the Vanguard drive check, then your unit that you stand is just not strong enough. So anyway, grade 1s, 4 null guards. Pretty much I always put 4 null guards in deck. 4 Pearl Sisters Pearl. This goes obviously with the Pearl Sister Perla in the grade 2 lineup. It's a 7k booster, and it adds a soul charge and draw effect to your Perla in the grade 2. And if you play 2 of these during the same turn, then that ability will actually stack on the Perla, meaning you would do the ability and then do the ability again if it hits. So you would end up drawing 2 cards, soul charging 2 cards, etc. 4 Sednas, vanilla. This is important to have because Bermudas don't really have a 10k booster. So getting this behind your Vanguard can help you hit the 21. And to round things out, turquoise blue Tyrannia. Basically, if this boosts an attack that hits the Vanguard, you can Soul Blast 2 and then bounce a unit. It's also good to put behind the Vanguard, but often you won't, because the 8Ks are better behind the Vanguard. Moving on to grade 2s. To go with the 4 pearls, we have 4 Perlas. If this unit hits the Vanguard, then you can Soul Blast and bounce something. You can bounce the pearl that you put down to add the ability and gain the other ability. You can bounce a Girls Rock Rio, or you can bounce something else that you want to get off the field. You can bounce a Drive Quartet member to put it back in your hand so that you can guard with it. Girls Rock Rio, this is typically what you will want to bounce with your Perla or your Weddle. When she returns to your hand, you can counterblast 1, soul charge 1, and draw a card. So you gain 2 cards in your hand. There's only 2 in here because she becomes obsolete by the time you hit grade 3. 2 Mermaid Idol Flutes. If you have 4 Bermuda rear guards, she's +3, so she attacks at 11. And then to round things out, the standard Top Idol Aqua 10K. And for the grade 3 lineup, 3 Pacificas. This is your main Vanguard. You soul charge 1 and draw a card at the beginning of each turn. This is really good for filling up the soul because a lot of your bounce effects use the soul. They soul blast 1 or 2 cards, so you need to have a soul to be able to keep your theme moving. You don't really use the Mega Blast. At least I've never come to a point where I've wanted to use the Mega Blast, or I've even had the Counter Blast available for it, because using cards like, using Girls Rock Rio uses up the Counter Blast and instantly makes the Mega Blast not something that you're able to do. And also, if you have 4 rear guards, 4 Bermuda rear guards, she's +3, so she attacks at 13. And if you put an 8K behind that, it is a 21 attack. So that's that. 2 Lenas. Sometimes you don't hit your Pacifica. So Lena is there to... she will allow you to hit the same numbers as Pacifica. If you have 4 rear guards, then she's +3. When you ride her, you bounce everything on your field back to your hand, and you can activate your Rios or your whatevers and gain some cards back. And to finish out the grade 3s, there's 3 Rainbow Light Karine. This is basically the grade 3 version of Girls Rock Rio. And by the time you hit grade 3, you'll be using this instead of Girls Rocks. So that's why I said Girls Rock becomes obsolete once you hit grade 3. She attacks at 10, which is more useful than attacking at 8. And if you have 1 or 2 of these on board and you ride Lena, you can bounce them back to your hand and activate both of them. So that's the deck. Let me know what you think. The other deck that's available currently to Bermudas focuses on the Riviera Ride Chain. I probably will not be doing that profile because I don't have the cards for it. But in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be getting a new ride chain, the Coral Star Aurora or whatever ride chain. It's a new kind of ride chain, which is pretty interesting. It's a kind of ride chain we haven't seen before in the TCG. So I'll be interested in doing that. And also there's a cross ride for Pacifica coming up, so that'll be interesting too. So again, let me know what you think. Give me some feedback if you have any suggestions or changes that you would make, or if you have your own deck profile, or if you have a video of you guys, or if you have a video of you playing the deck and doing something interesting with it, then I'd like to see that. So comment down below. Don't forget to rate and subscribe and stuff like that. So thanks for watching, and peace.